I know what I said last month. I was a liar because I did not control the book spending this month. I don't know what happened. I genuinely thought I was being really well behaved, and I can't even blame it on pre-orders because there's like 4 pre-orders in here and 1 gift, and yet 15 books here. So September me was a liar. October me had no self-control. Feel like I blacked out. Don't know what happened. So yeah, hello, welcome back to my channel, and this is my monthly book buying wrap up. If you saw my last one, you'll know that I also had a big pile of books that I bought in September, and I said I'm going to calm down on the book buying, I'm gonna behave, and yeah, I sit here with 15 books. So don't know what happened in between. It was another me that bought these books. I don't know what happened. Anyway, we're still gonna dive in, and this is in no particular order. We're gonna start with the book I actually just received today. This is a book I bought in the beginning of October. It's the UK paperback edition of Alchemized with the stunning sprayed edges. I actually had to order this from Ireland because I could not find it anywhere in England, and there was a bookshop called Mahoney's in Ireland, and they had some in stock. Well, when I actually placed the order, they didn't have some in stock, so it took a little while for their stock to come in for them to ship it out to me, but this was well worth the wait. It's absolutely stunning. I love how big it is. It's just a little bit smaller than a UK standard hardback, and it's not that floppy, but that's fine because the likelihood that this gets read is slim to none, because my Waterstones special edition is the one that is annotated and it's the one I read, so this is just going to be like a little trophy on my shelf, and I'm just obsessed with it. I'm so happy I bought it. Alchemized has etched itself in my soul, in my heart, in my brain, and I want every possible edition in languages I can read. So I have 3 editions so far of Alchemized, this being the 2nd edition, the Fairy Loot edition of Alchemized. This was actually an early birthday present for my sister because she knew how much I wanted this, and thankfully she got it for quite a good price. Like, I really don't mind paying double the price of a Fairy Loot book because, first of all, if there's demand, the price is going to go up, but I'm not paying 4 times the amount. Like, that's insane. She actually managed to get a really good deal on this, and it was like just under double the price of what they paid, which I totally understand, and I'm happy to do that because I don't have a subscription, so I missed out. I'm just so happy to have it. It's funny, when I first saw this, because I looked it up, as soon as I knew that it was going to be the Fairy Loot book for September, I was like, as soon as it comes out and people start receiving it, I want to see what it looks like. And I saw it and I was like, okay, I prefer my Waterstones edition, not really that impressed. Then I read the book and I was like, I need the Fairy Loot edition because it's so much more stunning having read the book, because I can appreciate all the little details in this edition, and it's different because I have 2 special editions that are very dark, very on theme for the book, and then this one just really stands out in a different way, and it's absolutely stunning. I love the roses in the beginning. I love the roses on the cover because if you've read it, you know what the roses symbolize, and then the alchemy editions, the alchemy symbols etched into the dust jacket, and then obviously we all know what this is if you've read the book. And on the sprayed edges, I'm absolutely obsessed with the sprayed edges. I love it so much. And then we have the character and papers. You've probably seen this edition absolutely everywhere, but I love it. It's just so them. Yeah, I'm obsessed. I'm so happy I own this now, and yeah, it's absolutely stunning. I just can't get over this cover. Now, Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. I have already read this. I really loved it. It's such a good twisty, like head twisting mystery, and I just really felt like the whole time I was thinking, what? Really? What? Like, that's not what I was expecting. Like, and then the ending kind of blew me away, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, first Stephanie Garber book that I really liked, so very surprised. Then this is actually a pre-order, Vesseless. Why was that so hard for me to say? Vesseless by Courtney L. Wind. She was an indie author, and I pre-ordered this because when I went to go order her indie book, I found out she was traditionally published, so I pre-ordered the book straight away. Really intrigued by this. Second book's not coming out till 2027, so not on the immediate TBR anytime soon, since I found that out. I literally found out as the second book. I literally found it out as this book arrived on my doorstep, and I was like, 2027? I'm not reading this anytime soon, because that's too long to wait. Then I obviously had the pre-order of The Mist Thief by L.G. Andrews. This is the next set of interconnected duologies in her Eversea series. I just finished the first set, The Ever King and The Ever Queen, and I'm completely obsessed with this world. I will consume anything that's set in this world. I just love the fae, the world, the magic. It's so interesting to me, and I absolutely love it. And I'm really intrigued with the plotline of this, because we kind of got a hint at the end of The Ever Queen. So very, very excited about this, and we'll be picking this up very soon. I can't wait. Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. I picked this out on a Waterstones haul. I heard really good things, and I kind of wanted to see what it's about. I don't typically pick up YA that often, but it's Dark Academia YA, and then I found out it's set in the afterlife, and I was like, that sounds really interesting. I have to know how that works. A little disappointed not finding out all that much on how it works, but it's still quite a good read. I think I rate this 3.5, and I will be picking up book 2 because I think book 2 is going to be better. But yes, 6 POVs was a bit much for me. Exquisite Ruin by Adrienne May. If you've watched my last reading vlog, this is in there, like the 24-hour reading vlog. This is in there. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to talk about too much because it was still so disappointing to me. Another pre-order is Every Spiral of Fate, which is the 4th book in the This Woven Kingdom series. I don't think it has an actual name apart from the first book. This Woven Kingdom series. I have not yet read book 3, and I have not yet read book 4. I am planning on doing a whole reread. This Woven Kingdom absolutely blew me away. Overwhelming 5 stars, and I absolutely loved it. Book 2 didn't blow me away as much. I think it's just because book 1 was so amazing to me that book 2 just didn't meet that, and it was a bit disappointing to me. And then book 3 came out, and I was like, I'm not going to pick you up right just yet because I don't want to have to DNF this series, because book 1 was so utterly amazing. I can't comprehend DNFing this series. But book 4 is now out, and I have to read it. So I'll be rereading the This Woven Kingdom series, and I'll probably have a reading vlog on it because, yeah, as I said, This Woven Kingdom blew me away. And now I know that there's a love triangle, I feel like I'm going to be heartbroken, because a lot of people were saying stuff about book 3, and I'm just like, I don't know how to feel about that. So this will be read very, very soon. Maybe December? Definitely not November. If you've watched my November TBR with me, you'll know how utterly insane my TBR for that month is. This month, I guess. How overwhelming my TBR is. So no other books being added to the TBR in November. Next, which is actually a recent purchase, well actually this is a pre-order, The Wrath of the Fallen. This is the 4th book in the Gods and Monsters series, and I just love this series with every piece of me. It's absolutely blowing me away. I'm currently in my reread of the Book of Azrael. I'm so behind. I'm supposed to have read that way before this came out, but unfortunately that didn't happen. I am so excited, and I'm obsessed with these new hardback, because it was first going to be published as paperback, and then they decided to come out with hardbacks, and I can't wait to have the matching editions of the first 3 books because I just love this new colourway. I absolutely love it. So this is being read very, very soon. As soon as I finish the first 3 books, I'm reading this one. Next is Red City by Marie Lu. I've heard such good things. I actually picked this up in my last Waterstones trip because me and my sister were picking our book club pick, and this it had to be this because apparently it's Sopranos vibes. It's rivals, it's urban fantasy. It just sounds absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot wait to pick this up. It sounds great. This is actually my November TBR because it's me and my sister's book club pick, and I can't wait to start reading this. Next, The Second Death of Locke by V.L. Bavellano. I picked this up because Ravenhead Reader said that she loved this, and it is a standalone. So it's interconnected standalones in this series, and it's Friends to Lovers, and I don't really read Friends to Lovers all that often, so I'm very intrigued. I can't wait to read this, and I've heard that there's a lot of yearning, a lot of chemistry, and I'm just like, sign me up. And it's so funny that I was never planning on picking this up because, I don't know, the cover, while beautiful, didn't really scream my vibe. It really screamed like historical fantasy, and I'm not really into that all that much, but apparently it's phenomenal, so very intrigued to see if I like it. Next is Kissed by the Gods by Kathy Rogan. You've probably seen this book being talked about by every single person. This is an indie, I don't know if this is a debut novel, but I've heard such good things, and I really wanted to own this before she gets picked up traditionally because everyone suspects that she will, and if it's as good as people say, I have no doubt she will. And I just really love having indie editions for books that I absolutely love, and if this ends up being a 5-star, then I'm going to be so happy to own the indie edition, and I just love how big these paperbacks are. Next, of course, The Ascended by Greenwich and Lennox. This was always planned on being picked up because I loved Riftborn and Duskbound, and this is set in the same universe as those books. I am planning on picking this up hopefully in November, but I do think I want to reread Riftborn and Duskbound just to kind of refresh myself in the reading order that the authors recommend, just to get the full experience, even though I've already read those books and pretty much remember everything that happens. But I think it's going to be a much better reading experience reading it in the order they recommend, and I'm really excited for the 3rd book in the Riftborn series as well. So yeah, hopefully being read in November, but probably will move to December's TBR if not. Another pre-order, so 5 pre-orders I guess, 5 pre-orders, is The Wolf King by Lauren. This is the Waterstones special edition. I have heard such amazing things when she was indie published, and then when I went to pick it up, it was another story of she'd gone from indie to traditionally published, and I was like, I'm just gonna pre-order this. And then I saw the sprayed edges and I was like, definitely gonna pre-order this because it's stunning. And the end papers in here are absolutely stunning, and I think it's a love triangle, so I'm very intrigued. And the Night Prince I think comes out in February, so it's still a little bit of a while to wait. I've kind of temporarily set it on my November potential TBR, but I think it's a case that this will probably be read in December, just because there are other books that I really want to read before this, and November's already a jam-packed month. Next, Nightshade by Autumn Woods. This is another YA Dark Academia. I've really heard good things, and I was just like, why not pick it up? It's a paperback, it's tiny, it's cheaper than a hardback, and I've heard really good things, so if I don't like it I can just unhaul it. But if it's as good as I've heard, I think it's a duology, and the 2nd book has just been announced on the publisher's social media, so yeah. And then in the front it says, he's her enemy, she's his everything. When I saw that I was like, okay, you've got me sucked in. I can't leave without having this in my hand. So very excited to read that. I think that's a December TBR because I do really want to read it in these like winter months. I think it's perfect for that. Realistically it was perfect for October, but that is just not happening. Last but not least, A Kiss of Hammer and Flame by Amy de la Force. This is book 1 in the Fated for Hell series. This is about an immortal, I think, called Hell, and it's got something to do with FMC, I don't know, but this was a spur of the moment pick. I was feeling pretty sad in Waterstones, and I was like, you know what will make me happy and cheer me up? Buying books. Yeah, so no idea pretty much what this is about, like realistically if it's any good. I've never read by this author before, so it's really small as well, so it's a very short read. So when will I get to this? No idea. Sometime soon, I hope. We'll see. I think this is going to give me similar vibes to what's it called? The Wicked in Me, because I love the Wicked in Me series. Like, I'm just addicted. It's not the best written thing, it's not blowing me away, but I'm addicted to it. It's like my guilty read, and it's something I'll always pick up just to pull me out of the book slump, or when I don't really want to read anything too serious. and I want something a little bit spicy, I always go back to that series. I've read it so many times now. And I feel like this gives me very similar vibes, and yeah, spur of the moment, I couldn't find all that many books that I hadn't already bought in Waterstones, and I was like, I haven't heard of this. No one's spoken of this. No idea if this is good, but you know, if it's good, I can talk about it and maybe bring it some recognition. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, very intrigued. The cover is beautiful as well, so yeah, spur of the moment, buy, but is what is. It's really funny. I am actually planning on going to Waterstones tomorrow because there are 2 books that I really want to buy. So November, which is November 1st, is tomorrow, and this is being posted on Sunday, which will be November 2nd. November's already not going to... Future editing me here. So I did go Waterstones and I came out with 6 books. So November's already off to not a great start. Just thought I'd add that in. Go for a great start. So will I end up with 15 books in the end of November? I pray not, because I do not have the space on my shelves for another 15 books. But there are 2 that I really, really want and I've heard really good things about, and I have such FOMO. I need to know if they're good. So I'm making no promises. It is what it is. If I don't end up with 15 books, I will count it as a win. If I do, well, no one expect any better from me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment how many books you bought in October. Please tell me you bought more than me. Make me feel better about myself, because right now, yeah, hating myself just that little bit, but also no regrets. Anyway, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.